LeBron James is going to drive and kick it to Anderson Varejao. He misses on the running lay-in. San Antonio hit one of two free throws. They take a three-point lead when LeBron this time decides, you know, it's my job to take it to the hole. So his bunny would make it a one-point game. Actually, we don't see that. We see the LeBron James missed three-pointer that would have tied it at the end. And so it goes. The Cavaliers with a terrible night shooting the ball. Threes were wild. LeBron wanted the foul and didn't get it. The Cavs were just 3 of 19 from three-point land, so they lose Game 3 by 3 points, and now they're facing the longest of long shots in all of sports. They are down 0-3 to the Spurs, knowing all too well no team in the history of the NBA Finals has come back from that 0-3 hole to win it all. Veteran Phoenix Suns guard Jalen Rose is with us now to break down Game 3, and we'll also look ahead to what could be a closeout game tomorrow night for the Spurs. And we have to start with that last three-point shot by LeBron James. You saw him arguing his case. Was he fouled?
Absolutely, he was fouled. He was fouled in the act of shooting. I would have loved to see that call be made. You talk about a superstar in this league. You talk about pre-planning a foul to give. He was smart enough to understand that Bruce Bowen was going to foul him like they talked about in the press conference. I would have loved to see that foul called, especially in the 75-72 game.
And you're saying that's a three-point shot?
Absolutely. It's total continuation. That's a call you see in our game all of the time, and I'd have loved to see that call happen. Now, he still has to go to the line and obviously knock down the free throws, but was he fouled? Absolutely.
All right, put this loss on someone, Jalen. Did LeBron not do enough, or did the supporting cast not do enough?
If you look at some of the lowest scoring games in NBA Finals history, the Spurs are up there in most of them. And the reason why is they can play a 75-72 game. They can play a 100-point game. The bottom line, their defense is just overmatching the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they're a better team coming in. And unfortunately, if you're a Cleveland fan, you got the drive, you got the shot, you got the fumble, and like you mentioned, they may have the sweep.
Now, I'm curious, though, when you watch the game, do you need more from LeBron in that situation, or does the supporting cast have to kick in a little more than they did last night?
Basketball is the ultimate team game. You have to have supporting cast in order to get it done. When you talk about great champions in our league, yes, you talk about a Magic Johnson, a Larry Bird, you talk about a Hakeem Olajuwon, a Michael Jordan. Those are Hall of Fame type players. And they play with other Hall of Famers as well. So LeBron is getting it done. It's great for the Cleveland Cavaliers to even be on the stage at this point in the season.
Tony Parker has been huge in this series, and he hit a big three last night that really ended up being the difference in the game. Is he the MVP?
Tony Parker, totally the MVP. You can't stop his penetration. He's getting into the paint on a consistent basis. He had a career high the previous game. He's really getting it done. And a big three at the end of the game, like you mentioned, for a guy that's really not a three-point shooter.
Ginobili didn't have the big night last night. If you're Mike Brown at this point and you have to stop one of these big wheels in the cog, one of these cogs in the wheel for the Spurs, who must you take out in Game 4?
Well, at this point, I guess it's a moot point because obviously we see the San Antonio Spurs are going to go on and get it done. But if you want to take someone away from the San Antonio Spurs, and I say this all of the time, it must be Tony Parker. He's their primary ball handler in the full and the half court and in transition. You must make somebody else handle the ball.
How do you do that?
You got to get up and deny him, change your defenses, just deny him the ball. When he comes off pick and rolls, you want to double or hedge him with the big guys and make him pass the ball.
Can the Cavs win a game?
I don't think so. This has happened 11 times in the NBA Finals history. 7 times it's ended up in the sweep. Maybe this is a number 8.
All right, Jalen Rose, thank you very much. Jalen mentioned it. No team has ever come back from that 0-3 hole. In fact, 7 of those times, it has been a 4-game sweep. We'll find out if this one is a sweep. They're going to play Game 4 in Cleveland tomorrow night. Now let's debate Game 3. For that, here's Dana and the 1st and 10. Dana.